They say laughter is contagious, but when Claire laughed that night, all I felt was rage simmering beneath my skin. We were in the kitchen, the same one where we had shared late-night snacks, whispered secrets, and built what I thought was trust. But this time, the laughter was cruel. You think you're the only guy I'm seeing? Grow up, she sneered, rolling her eyes as if my world hadn't just come crashing down. The words burned. It wasn't just a betrayal. It was the way she dismissed me, as if my love, my loyalty, and my sacrifice meant nothing. For years, I had stood by her side. Through her late-night shifts, her stress from projects, even her constant phone buzzing that she brushed off as work emergencies. I believed her. Like a fool, I believed her. But the signs had been there. The sudden secretive texts. The hours she claimed to be at work, but returned home smelling like a different cologne. The way she'd smile at her phone. A private grin that had nothing to do with me. And when I finally confronted her, she didn't even try to lie. She laughed. I should have exploded. I should have yelled, thrown her out, demanded answers. Instead, I said calmly, "You're right. I should grow up." That stunned her for a moment. She expected a meltdown. Tears. Maybe begging. She thought I'd crumble, just like her other boyfriend probably did when she dangled him on the same string she had wrapped around me. But I wasn't in a break. I went to our bedroom, sat down at the desk, and pulled up our shared calendar. The one we use to sync grocery lists, appointments, anniversaries. It was our lifeline, a symbol of our commitment. Or so I thought. It was also her weapon. She had marked all those working late evenings, all the urgent meetings, all the nights she left me waiting at home, thinking she was grinding away for her career. Only now I knew the truth. So I copied the entire calendar and sent it to her other boyfriend. A simple subject line. For your reference, no explanation, no accusations. Just a cold, undeniable truth in black and white. 2 days later, I got a call. Not from Claire, but from him. His voice shook as he asked, "Is this real?" "Yes," I said simply. Every night she told me she was working late. She was with one of us, sometimes you, sometimes me, sometimes both back to back. The silence that followed was deafening. He whispered a thank you, his voice cracking, and hung up. When Claire came home that night, she wasn't laughing anymore. She stormed through the door, her face flushed with panic. "What did you do?" she shouted, slamming her purse onto the counter. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. Her phone buzzed, and buzzed with angry messages from the other man. She grabbed it, hands trembling, and scrolled, her expression shifting from fury to dread. "You ruined everything," she screamed. I finally looked up at her, calm and steady. "No, Claire, you did." That was the moment it hit her. This wasn't about me fighting for her, begging for her love, or trying to salvage what we had. This was about me reclaiming my self-respect. She tried to backtrack, to explain that she had needs, that we were going through a rough patch, that she still loved me in her own way. But every excuse sounded hollow. Every tear she shed felt like poison, because love doesn't humiliate. Love doesn't mock you when you uncover betrayal. Love doesn't laugh in your face and tell you to grow up. I packed my things that night, not because I had to, but because I chose to. I left her standing in the wreckage she had created. 2 men who now saw her for who she really was, a house echoing with her lies, and a calendar that told the story of her deception more clearly than any confrontation ever could. The weeks that followed weren't easy. Nights were quiet, meals were lonely, and sometimes I found myself reaching for my phone to text her before I remembered who she really was. But with each passing day, the fog lifted. I started running again, reconnected with old friends, even picked up my guitar after years of neglect. One evening, I got another call from the man she'd been seeing. He told me he'd ended it with her too. "She's furious," he said. "She said we ruined her life." I chuckled, the first genuine laugh I'd had in months. No, she ruined her own life. We just stopped letting her ruin ours. The betrayal had cut deep, but in the end, it gave me clarity. Claire had shown me her true face, and though it shattered the illusion I once cherished, it freed me from a love built on lies. Sometimes the best revenge isn't shouting or fighting. It's letting the truth speak for itself. And nothing spoke louder than that calendar filled with her lies. Because when someone laughs at your pain, the best way to grow up is to walk away stronger, wiser, and unshakable.